Hey guys, um, this is a special video for the patrons. Uh, Back from Suffolk, hanging out in a RV park um, in Gun Valley, north of Phoenix, setting up the base camp. Got my wife with me, and I was kind of roughing it from. Sorry, I was kind of roughing it at Overland. I had not prepped the camper for the season due to the time delay that I had getting out and the timeline I had to get down. So it was still winterized. It had antifreeze in all the lines and didn't have fresh water on board, all that stuff. So I was kind of dry camping. But I had it parked at an Airbnb, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I think I used one United States Marine Corps, one each poop bag when I really had to go to the bathroom and it was cold outside and I didn't feel like getting dressed. But other than that, had a decent time. Anyway, want to talk about uh, Memorial Day because I've got a couple minutes here. My wife has kicked me out of the trailer to do some reorganizing of all the gear and repacking. I've been outside reconfiguring the back of the Forerunner, packing away the recovery equipment and other stuff that I bought this last weekend at the show, and flushing all the lines and getting the rig ready. So I'm going to try to enjoy this weekend. Uh, I think about those that we lost all the time. This weekend, I'm going to be on the road with my wife, and I'm going to be enjoying a part of the United States that I have not gotten, that I have not earned the privilege of being able to see before. I've never seen the Grand Canyon. Uh, I've never been to Moab. I don't know if we're going to make it up as far as Moab, but the world is our oyster, and I'm just enjoying getting to spend some time with my wife. So I am not going to dwell on the past this weekend if I can help it, because the purpose of Memorial Day, uh, the reason why it was created as a weekend of remembrance is because most people are just simply not connected uh, with our warrior class. So I'm going to take the kind of opposite approach, and I'm going to use this weekend to get away, because I'm connected to the warrior class every time I close my eyes. So I had a buddy of mine, Army guy, older, uh, but came in the Army like late, like as a full adult, right? He retired in his 50s, and he went to Georgetown Law School. Like, that ain't hard, or that ain't easy. That's hard. He retired, Special Forces Command Sergeant Major, or Special Forces Sergeant Major, excuse me, and took his GI Bill and went to Georgetown Law School to learn what? Governmental and constitutional law, because he believes that he still needs to serve our country. Why am I talking about this guy? He is one of a couple of gold star dads that I know. Think about that for a second. Not only do you care about this country enough, you became a Green Beret and you went to the apex of where you can go as a ground-based warfighter. But 2 of your sons followed in your footsteps, and you served long enough that you were still doing the job with them in your footsteps. And then imagine that while you're still deployable, while you're still working, one of your sons that's on in a different group deploys and gets his fucking ticket punched, man. And he lives in this area. That's why I'm thinking about him. That's why I bring him up instead of talking about the guys that I lost on Tucker Gar, or my first platoon sergeant that got killed, or my mates that I lost later on, eating suicide bombs and getting shot with PK machine guns, or blown up with RPGs, burned alive in Humvees. I'm thinking about my comrade because that's a fate worse than death. You go down range, you're taking your life in your own hands, you know? That's your call. You want to get all Brody, get your gun on, be a badass, be a ghetto gunfighter, and that's your call, you know? But he lost his son. And he wasn't like retired. He wasn't like a general that wasn't in a fight anymore. He had to jock up and go back out in the same country where the populace killed his boy. And he had to conduct himself with honor. I'm not sure I could have shown the level of restraint that he must have had to show every night when he was in some stinky house. Dude's terrorist AF, man. But he just didn't want to fight that night. So he passed his rifle off to his wife. She snuck out of the back of the house thinking she's being slick. Of course, we're watching her the whole time. And she goes and dumps dude's AK out in the woodpile. Because he knows when we go in that house that we're going to be honorable men. He's counting on it. Think about the restraint that my mate had to show, knowing that he was looking at mid-level leadership of a network that murdered his son. Then Iraq goes to shit. ISIS comes back. Anbar falls. Baghdad's about to fall. And I'm working with this guy every day. And his other son is over there. And they're making plans to get overrun. they're talking to the Iraqis, talking about how they're going to switch into civilian clothes and bleed back into the population when the base gets hit. And hitchhike back to the secure Shia areas or wherever that they came from. And he's stuck back in the States, wondering if he's going to have to throw another log on the fire of freedom. I served with giants. I served with men that are so much better than me. I looked around every day and all I saw was greatness. So, I'll do some stupid video, put it on my business page or whatever, because that's what you're supposed to do, to let everybody know that you're thinking about Memorial Day or whatever. But it ain't going to be this video. You guys, most of you get it. Some of you guys are just here figuring out what the movement's about. What am I really talking about behind closed doors or whatever. Maybe you're pirating the videos to save for a rainy day so you can fucking pull them out against me when you want to professionally stab me in the back. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck either. But there are things that the internet doesn't deserve to hear. They don't rate it. They don't deserve it. Those of you that are here and are here for the right reasons, because you're trying to educate yourselves, you're trying to prepare for that day that you're measured. You guys deserve it. You deserve full measure of my life's experience, because it's all I have now to give back, to pay it forward. I don't know if you can teach mindset, guys. I don't know. I know you can get people thinking about stuff. You can you can force reflection. So, I give you guys the gift of reflection. Think about what I said. What are you willing to give for what you believe in? You willing to give your only begotten Son? Thank God my friend had sons. He didn't kill off his bloodline with service. But that's it. That's Chuck's Memorial Day spiel. Yay, I know. Make you want to slit your wrists, right? But I got to get it out now because my lovely wife has just about got all the gear stowed in the trailer, and we are going to drive off into the sunset, man. And I'm going someplace I don't know. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And my wife and I are going to spend some time and enjoying each other, you know. And if I get bored and she's doing something or whatever, I might do another video in the future. Hold on, she's coming. Hey, baby, I'm doing a video.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
You see the bird?
We're almost done. So yeah, if I got time to kill, I'll pull the recovery box down and take the stuff out, show you guys what I bought, kind of my thought process behind it a little bit, and whatever. If not, I'll get to it next week. I'm going out to Central Washington Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for intermediate rifle and no-fill pistol. So I'll be bringing my camper out there. I'll be sleeping on the range. Any of you guys are going to that class, I think if you want to camp out on the range, you can. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of just set up camp on the range since it's only a couple hour drive from my house. Save myself some hotel and just enjoy my trailer. And so I'll have time to do some walk around videos and some other stuff. So don't freak out if you're here. I'm just here for the content. Yeah, okay, I got some content for you. I got some content coming. Unless there's like no cell signal out there or whatever, I'll be able to take some videos, upload some videos from in the evenings. It doesn't get dark until late, and class is going to stop at 6ish p.m. or whenever the students want to leave. And so I'll do some walk around videos on the rig, and I'll do some videos on the recovery equipment and where I'm going with the GPS and the nav and whatever. I just bought a bunch of RAM mount stuff that was not able to come in time. I don't think I'm going to have my nav station set up prior to this weekend. Well, I mean, I know I'm not going to have the nav portion because I bought the Garmin Overlander GPS. There's a review of it on YouTube. Somebody got their hands on one already. Y'all go check that out. That's what I got going on. Obviously, I've got my 10.3 inch or whatever Samsung Tab 4, Galaxy 4, whatever the hell. I got the latest Samsung tablet, and it's got Gaia on it. So if the Garmin Overlander is holding me back, it's not doing what I want, I've got the tablet mount coming. I'll just swap the ball out and roll the Samsung instead, and put the Overlander in my wife's vehicle or sell it or something, whatever. I kind of bought it. I did not sight unseen. They had a couple of them at the show, but I played with it for a very short amount of time. But I'm just such a fan of Garmin, and so yeah, I think it'll have a place in my stable, even if it's not my primary off-road nav. The Overlander will become my daily driver, a GPS of choice if I'm not using my phone in Google Maps. But anyway, that's it. Don't want to mix business and pleasure, or serious business with stupid gear business, but just giving you guys an update. There'll be some more content to follow. It might come this weekend, it might not. My primary goal is to just hang out with my wife and kind of forget the world for a weekend. But if I get bored with that, I'll make a YouTube video. I don't give a fuck. So anyway, that's it, guys. I hope all of you enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Those of you guys that are not struggling, but affected by the last 16, 17, almost 18 years of global war on terror, don't let it consume you. Just because somebody put a date on a calendar, that doesn't mean that this weekend is any more or less special than any other weekend when it comes to honoring your mates. And if you are dwelling on the past more than you probably even think you should be, then maybe this weekend is a weekend, if you have some time off, to unplug and go do something for yourself. Go enjoy your family. Your mates will be there when you get back, and they understand. thanks for taking the time to listen to this, guys. All the new patrons that are just coming on board, thank you for showing up. This is a community that we're building behind this firewall. And it's because we talk about the tough issues and we talk about the tough stuff. And we put out information that, frankly, the internet doesn't deserve. So, welcome. And I am honored that you're wanting to dip your toe in the water and kind of see what we're about here. And I think, the content ebbs and flows and all that, but it's not about the content. It's about the community. And if you get it, man, you get it. And if you don't, you'll pay your $1 or your $5. You'll hang out for a couple months and be like, man, whatever. And you go back to the internet and you'll get your information or whatever from there. And that's cool too, man. This isn't for everybody. My philosophy isn't for everybody. Lord knows I have enemies in my life. And, there are people that I resonate with, and there are people that are absolutely put off by my message or probably even more so my delivery. And that's fine. I'm not here to win over the world. I'm just here to help out those that are willing to listen and take a chance on me and my experiences and the information that I provide. So that's it. All right, guys. This is Chuck from Presscheck Training and Consulting. You guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I will talk to y'all later.